All right, this is kind of interesting. I don't even have a chance to do a proper introduction here because you come right from this residential neighborhood right onto the trail. So welcome to Imogene Pass. You are watching Trail Traveler, and we are out here in Ouray, Telluride area in the San Juans in Colorado for several days doing some really cool trails up here. So we've already did Ouray Pass, and today we are doing this is Imogene Pass. So we're going back from Telluride over to Ouray on Imogene Pass. Should be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for more as we get into Imogene Pass. Well, this is pretty epic, I have to say. I'll get everyone to stop here at a scenic waypoint in a little bit, but fortunately, I'm the passenger right now, and I have a view of Bridal Veil Falls. So pretty awesome, but we'll have a better view where I'll make sure everybody stops and can get a look at it. But from my perspective, it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, this smoke today is making it not the clearest sight, but still, this is well worth the trip so far. Now, this Imogene Pass Road was constructed in 1880 in order to gain access from Ouray up to the Tomboy Mine. Tomboy Mine was pretty hard to get to before they had this road. Can't imagine with this road it was much easier, because it's one thing to do this in a a nice Jeep, but trying to do this in a wagon or something else had to be quite the adventure getting up here. But the silver crashed in the area in the late 1800s, and then they struck gold at Tomboy Mine, and eventually the mining area had about 900 residents. So pretty cool. Wow, this is some pretty cool views right here. We are right on the edge of this cliff. We got some water running down in a couple spots. Pretty epic. So far, pretty easy. We did just switch into 4 low for the first couple miles there. We were in 4 high just in case we needed some traction. But as we climb in altitude and it's starting to get a little steeper, we wanted to make sure that we had more control and never was short on power, so we switched to 4 low. But this is not for everybody. This is some pretty tight shelf road stuff here.
Okay, I cannot see anything.
Just stay to your left. You're plenty good over here. You want to make sure you do not ride up the side on these cliffs. You want to stay actually to the downhill side. That's going to be your safe bet. If you try and get away from the shelf and you go up on the rocks, you can flop pretty easy because they're pretty darn steep. So you want to be safe up here. And check this out. This is pretty tight. It's pretty narrow. If you do not like shelf roads, I'm not going to recommend this at all. It's fine for me, even though I'm the passenger right now. Now I understand it a little bit better from some people's point of view, because I look out my window and I'm looking straight down. But the way Katarina's driving, she's staying it on the trail, and we still have about 4 feet of clearance on the passenger side. So the road is wide enough, but you just can't panic or freak out. You just gotta stay in the middle of the road and take it nice and smooth. Okay, off to our right is Black Bear Pass.
And below that is certain death.
I'll be the first one to tell you this is not for everybody. Even some of the people with us are totally sketched out on these shelf roads. But we're doing okay. We're hanging in there. But I love seeing these epic views. I love seeing these old buildings. I just am totally digging on this trail. This, I don't know. For me, this is pretty awesome. We're coming around the turn. We see some old mining equipment. This is just super, super cool to me.
I'm pointing and I cannot lie.
Stop real quick for a photo op. I will still hold it.
Yeah.
I'll leave them somewhere. Other one?
So this is, I mean, I'm enjoying this. So I'm gonna preface it with, I am enjoying this. Not everyone with us is enjoying this. There's these little bridges that we're crossing that, you know, are seemingly rather sketch.
Sweetheart, you are big.
Okay, so had to pass some people there. As I was saying, I am enjoying this. Not everybody in the group is enjoying this. These are very steep shelf roads. There's some really weird bridges that feel totally sketch going over. There's some rocks that put you a little off camber on the wrong angle. So yeah, this can be pretty scary for some people, no doubt. We're all hanging in there. The whole group is doing okay, but there's definitely some spots that I I'll just say they have a really high pucker factor. Trying to keep it as clean as possible, I guess. But seriously high pucker factor on some of these spots. But I'm having a blast. I love this stuff. So.
I love it too.
You what?
I love it too.
You love it too?
So
now,
beautiful.
Katerina was doing all the driving up until this point. I just took over just because I enjoy driving too. But not, it is a different perspective when you're the driver and you're on the uphill side versus being the passenger on the cliffside. It feels very different. But do know that there's plenty of room on here so far. We've never hit a spot where it was just way too narrow. We got people coming in the opposite direction. We've been able to find spots to move over and make enough room for everybody. But what's really nice is the view right now. This area has cleared up quite a bit, and we have some really good views on the hills in front of us. You can see all this old mining stuff coming up here. This is what's making Imogene a super, super cool trail, is not just the native or the natural view of it, but all the history, the historical stuff that's here, with just enough of a pucker factor to get your adrenaline pumping in a couple spots. I am absolutely loving Imogene Pass. As we're approaching the mine here, we got almost a little rock crawling going on here. Just gotta be kind of careful with my line here.
Tomboy.
So yeah, the mine we're coming up on is the Tomboy Mine. This was the big mine back in the day, where other silver mines kind of went bust. Gold was discovered up here, and kept this place going for quite a while. But the scenery up here is just, it's epic. Seeing all this, these ruins here is pretty awesome. You can definitely stop and, take in the sights here. There's just a lot to see, a lot to explore. Yeah, I really, really love seeing these old buildings. Learning about the history of the places that we're going. Knowing that there were people here over 100 years ago, 150 years ago, working their buns off, doing the mining up here. It's just kind of crazy to think what, people have done. Oh man, there's even more stuff up here. I am so digging this trail. There's little ruins all the way around us. Now we're up above, or getting above the tree line. Yep, 11,500 feet. So trees are going to start getting pretty sparse right here. But this is really, really cool. It seems like we're coming up on the last big climb up to the summit, and this has been an amazing trail. Still got quite a ways to go, but God, this is just, everyone is saying the same thing. We've been on narrow trails, we've been on mountain trails, but this Imogene Pass here has just really blown us away in terms of the views, the shelf roads, the historical nature of it. And what's today? The 7th, August 7th?
Yes.
August 7th, and right off to our right is snow. So, yeah, this is what's feeding the rivers down below. But Imogene Pass, I mean, I know that we're still gonna see some really cool stuff, but right now Imogene Pass is
Drop.
really proven itself to be a killer trail. Yeah, it looks like a little parking spot up ahead. That could be the peak up there. We'll just keep climbing.
Sorry, I got distracted. And then
Well, we're working our way down from the peak on Imogene Pass, and they got some fun little obstacles we've been playing around on. Nothing, difficult. I believe, if I remember right, this is Trails Off-Road rates us a 3.4, or no, it's a 3.8. But the hard obstacles, aren't bad, or at least not that we've seen yet. So we're still having a lot of fun here on Imogene Pass. There's a lot of traffic out here, so keep aware. Just a nice green day today. It is a, I'd call this, I don't know, I was gonna try and classify the amount of traffic on it, but I'd say we've seen maybe 15 vehicles today. So while that's, more than we often see on the trails that we go on, we are in, one of the busiest places around on a trail that's not very difficult. So I certainly expected to see
When we get by these trees,
some traffic.
stop.
We're back down on the tree line, getting some shade. We got our trek top open. It's just way too brutal with heat, or the sun beating on us. So we've got to get some kind of sunshade for the Jeep so we can open it up and get more fresh air in here without just cooking in this brutal Colorado sun. So Spider Shade, if you watch this, really appreciate a hookup. Otherwise, I'm just gonna buy one because we got to get a sunshade on this thing. Cool thing about Imogene Pass is the number of little river crossings you have. And I don't know why I think they're so cool, but it's just one of those things. And none of them have been deep, maybe 3 inches at the maximum. But I think just hearing that rushing water and just, I don't know, it just does something for me. It's just super cool. I know a lot of people who just love those water crossings no matter what. And it's not about just splashing water everywhere, because that's just it makes a mess on your Jeep. And if you get water up inside to your engine, you can hydrolock it and really do some serious damage to your vehicle. So, we prefer going a little slower through them. I mean, we'll have some fun once in a while. And now this is kind of an interesting spot here where the driver tire is on a kind of a flat surface, but passenger is up on some rocks, which is causing me to look out my window and see down pretty sharply. But oh my goodness, every time we turn a corner, we see something else further ahead and down or up the hill or something, and you're just like, oh man, I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to get there. It's just, this trail is just awesome for that. There's so much to see. More than I think any trail I've ever been on. This has just been one thing after another to see. Whether it's an old building or an epic view, or a mine, or a cool rock, or waterfalls, or something. This has just been a fantastic trail, and we're not done yet. We still got a ways to go, which is so cool. Challenging, I think if you're an experienced off-roader, you're not going to be bothered by this. You're just going to kind of cruise through it. You're going to have some nice off-camber areas, some nice tippy areas, some spots where you're just coming off some nice little ledges. But difficulty-wise, this is still basically like a mid-moderate. But it just packs so much into this trail that I just think everybody should do this. I think it's just a lot of fun.
Go, 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 go.
But every section of Imogene has been different. We came up from the Telluride side, and it's wide open. It's all the mines, just these grand views. I mean, rock looks like it's about to fall. It's just a very open area. Then you kind of go over the top, and you come on this backside, and it's more lush. It's green. We're in the trees. It's just really different. So you get all these different perspectives of this area, which is just phenomenal. I mean, and there's no way my camera can do justice to this. It's just absolutely amazing. I'm gonna try like tilting the camera up here, and just, I mean, it is just wild. The beauty over here, the greenery, it's just really something. All right, we're coming down. Got some cool old houses here. That one says main office. I wonder if these buildings had anything to do with the mining operations out here. I mean, there is a mine right here. Some old equipment. Well, we must be getting to some civilization based on the vehicles that are parked right here. That was Imogene Pass. That was incredible, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely incredible. Non-stop beauty all the time, all the way.
From the Telluride side, you come up and you just have these big open spaces where the mines are. I mean, it's just gorgeous views because of you see these little waterfalls and things. You go higher, you're up above everything, and you just have these epic views. And then you come down the backside, and then you actually have some obstacles that are kind of fun. Yeah. More water crossings, and then you get down into the tree line, and it was just gorgeous. You know, and there's a lot of bugs. But difficulty-wise, this wasn't that hard of a trail. We didn't have any problems. No one had problems. There's really nothing of any difficult nature here. It's really just about the view and the scenery and the history and everything. But it's well worth it. I think this is a must-do trail. In fact, I want to come back and do it again sometime.
I want to come at fall time.
During the fall?
Yeah.
I think that would be epic in the fall.
Such a trail where you can come back again and again and enjoy it.
Yeah, this is the first one, or not the first one. Today we did two trails here. We did Ouray Pass and Imogene Pass, And so far here in the San Juans, Imogene is remarkable. Ophir was fun. Ophir was great, had some great views and stuff, but Imogene really took it today. So can't wait to see what is in store for tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. So we're here for a few days. We'll see what else is here. Maybe something is going to blow Imogene away. I hope so, because I mean that would just be epic. But Imogene was well worth it.
Yes.
So thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Carrie and Katerina with Trail Traveler. Be safe out there. We'll see you on the trail.